Hey y'all, it's your girl Mia.
And Whitney. Welcome to the Black Coffee and Tea Podcast,
where you get your weekly dose of top stories, girl talk, and everything in between.
This is where you come when you need your coffee,
but want that tea. So get ready.
Next episode starts now.
All right.
Ooh.
Oh.
Why did I push back?
I don't know. That little bounce back.
I see.
Pretty fitting for the bounce back of the Black Coffee Tea Podcast.
That's what we do.
We're back in here.
Hey y'all. We've missed you guys. Long time no tea.
Long time no tea.
Reasons. What'd you say?
I said, did you say long time no tea?
Long time no tea.
That was
It's been a minute.
cute.
It was cute.
You gotta brand that one.
So, yeah, I've missed this. This is by far my favorite part of podcasting in our Black Coffee and Tea is to get on here, talk about whatever, unfiltered. I just love to talk.
What's the other part? You said that's your favorite part. I'm like, what's the other part?
We have to interact on social media, Instagram, just to engagement. I love to just talk. I love to just, you're funny. Anyway, you're insightful. You're deep. You're on a wave. So I like to just kind of catch you on your wave and we talk about things. It's different perspectives. So
it is. So for those who have been wondering, we've been on a hiatus and it's just been a lot going on. And Miss Mia here is no longer a miss. She's a Mrs. She got married.
Hey, Mrs. Parker. I gotta get my cookout shorts, child. Got married as of March 1st of this year. God is good. Somebody wanted me out here, to take me out to the market.
Yes.
Basically, Shantae's got a man. Yes. So
yes, it was a beautiful, beautiful wedding.
Thank you.
It was lovely.
Thank you, Whitney. So then shortly after that, purchased a car. And then 2 days after that, got into a really, really bad car accident. When I say really bad, it could have been worse. So I'm here, I'm alive. It looks great. No bruises now. Well, I'm still bruised on my body, but it just could have been really bad. Somebody T-boned me. And it just goes to show, like, I've never been in a serious car accident up until, 2 weeks ago.
How did it happen? Were you
I was driving.
Intersection? Like, what happened?
Yeah. So basically, and it happened within 2 miles from my house, which apparently, after I got in an accident, my brother-in-law was like, 80% of accidents happen within 5 miles of your home. And it's like,
I did hear that. I have heard that.
Everybody says that now. So I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'm one of the 80% now. But so it's a 2-lane highway when you get off the freeway to my house. Got off the freeway. I'm going straight down the intersection. Another car is coming the opposite way. In between the left lane, the right lane, there's a truck in between us sitting at a turn
like
point.
A huge one of those big ass trucks,
it's like a huge, it's like a big truck. So obviously I can't really see anything as I'm approaching the truck because the truck is like right there. So I can't see anybody in front of me that's about to turn in front of me or anything like that. So I'm driving straight.
I hate those trucks.
Driving straight, literally when I am approaching the turn point where the truck was posted at, the car opposite, she's trying to turn in front of me. Bam.
She was trying to make a left into your lane?
She was trying to make a left. Her left. Yeah. My right. So, but, and it just, bam. Like, I didn't see her. One of two things.
Right away.
She got a citation. Long story short, she got a citation for a failure to yield. Her insurance is going to be taking care of everything. And there's that. But, my car ended up doing like a 360 deal and
so do you remember the accident?
I do. I mean, I remember flashes. That makes sense. Like,
you feel the impact.
I have like PTSD. I don't know if that's normal, but like driving over like a bump, like just the sound, like I freak out. Like, or if I'm approaching that lane, like by my house, like have flash, like deja. It's just I'm fucked up. But it could have been worse. She was like a hair from hitting me in my driver door. Let me just say that. She was a hair from hitting me in my driver door at the impact that she was going. My car did a 360 and then in the air, yes, in the air, in the ditch. So you tell me there isn't a God, because
what happened when you woke up? Did you pass out, or what happened? Do you remember?
So I definitely had a concussion, definitely, because I still have headaches. Like, I'm going to physical therapy because my neck, like from the CT scan, the middle of my neck is like got a bulging, whatever you call it. There's back pain, headaches throughout the day. It's just all that kind of stuff. All of my legs were bruised, like severely bad on the front. I have airbags down there. I never knew there were airbags.
So was your door when you woke up? Could you just easily push your door open, or would you have to
easily push it? It was conjuncled, you know. But all my airbags came out. I had to literally crawl out of my car. Like,
the car was upside down.
Yeah, no, I flipped right up. Like,
oh, thank God. Okay.
But opened the door, crawled out. Literally, I'm like, because there's so much smoke in the car. So I'm like, you know, just when
smoking. That is so scary. I'm always afraid it's gonna blow up.
I thought it was gonna blow up.
Exactly.
Where was
your phone?
It was in the cup holder, and you know, my car, they have like little people on the thing. So I have people talking to me like, oh my God, you just got into a car accident. Are you okay? Where are you? We're sending somebody. I'm texting as I'm crawling out the car. I'm laying on the ground like this, like, honey, I'm in a car accident, because he's already at home. Like,
good thing you had your phone. I'm thinking your phone was like in the rubble or something.
No, it was in the cup holder. It was you know, and it just was a mess. And then the other girl,
the lady stopped and came to your aid, or no? What was she?
I feel like she was on her way to a work meeting. She was 24, and I don't know why I brought up her age, but
that matters. It matters. Those young drivers.
So she was on her way to a work meeting, like right where she hit me. So she had like all these people coming to her aid, and I'm thinking, like, here I am trying to figure out where I am.
I'm like, I'm the one that got hit. I'm the one.
Girl, I'm crying hysterically. Like the sheriff is like, calm down, you're okay. And I'm just like freaking out. Yeah. And
Were you bleeding and stuff? What was?
No, I wasn't bleeding. I wasn't bleeding.
God.
Let me say this. Well, let me say this, because I know this is getting run on, but it's amazing that your body, how it goes into shock.
The adrenaline.
Been hit, the adrenaline. Because when I tell you, I was like moving, like, you know, I was just kind of functioning, just doing, like, taking care of stuff. And then by the time I left the hospital, I couldn't even walk.
You were in, all that pain hit you. That's why they tell people, because they're like, you know, you will be in a car accident, and sometimes even when your car is drivable, you'll drive away from the scene and be like, I'm fine, I'm cool. And they'd be like, no, go to the doctor, because that next morning when you try to get out of bed, your whole body be stiffed up. You're like, what the fuck?
Girl, I was like,
it doesn't hit you until later.
Like, I could not walk. I was just moving. I was like, okay, where's my sister came? I was like, where's, you know, okay, do you want to get on the ambulance? Yeah. But I'm like, I'm taking all the, you know what I mean? Like, and then to get home that night and not be able to walk, I was like, what is my body?
Did you ride the ambulance to the hospital?
I sure did.
Wow. Yeah, that bitch's insurance is about to go through the roof.
Yeah, I just got out today. My hospital bill was $8,000.
Girl, just that ambulance ride is like $5,000. Just to ride in the ambulance.
I never knew, but her insurance is gonna take care of it. So,
and pain and suffering, because girl,
everybody says that.
I ain't trying to no, you think I'm joking, but that neck pain is gonna follow you for some time now.
That's what everybody says.
My mom was in a car accident. Girl, she didn't get full functionality till damn near a decade. I'm just saying, get what's owed to you. These blessings.
Did she get, was she taken care of, compensated nicely for her, what you would consider?
I think she was at fault. I'm not sure. So I don't know that.
Oh, gotcha.
I just know the after effect of that fucking accident lingered on.
Gotcha.
So,
yeah. Neck pain. They say neck pain, back pain, all that kind of stuff.
Because you have to go to the chiropractor on a regular now. Like,
yeah, I'm in physical therapy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in physical therapy 3 days a week right now. Just because, like, even me moving, like, I can't like hurry up and move my neck.
Girl, I could see it. I could see it.
Yeah, and the lady, when she's in, she's like, "Oh my God, you're so, oh my God, right there."
Even your
like,
shoulders look a little stiff.
Girl, God is good.
God is so good, though, honestly.
I can't say nothing else, but God is good.
Hasn't March been, like, the longest month, though? Like, I feel like so much has happened in March.
But I've never been so ready for March to be done with. Like, and I'm just like, I can't, I haven't even looked at it like that. It has been a long month.
Because even your wedding was what, March 1st? I feel like that was like months ago. Sorry.
Oh, I get it. I feel the same way. I'm like, we had
so much has happened. It's just crazy. But we're here. God is good.
We're here. The other half of BCT podcast is here. I could have been a whole nother story. You could have got a whole nother call, girl.
I don't even talk like that.
So, but yeah, so it feels good to be back. So anything new with you before we hop right on in? Miami, you looked beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
You looked like you was living it up, living life. Living the life.
I had a great time. I lived it up. I was calling it my last hoorah because
I just you sounded like you 40. My last hoorah.
In that way, you know, it was a big huge girls trip. It was wild. It was nonstop partying. I was like drinking morning, noon, and night, getting sick. Like it was just that's why I was like, this is the end of an era. You know, it was a beautiful way to go out. I loved it. But it may be time for Whitney to turn down a little bit.
Okay.
So we're gonna see what the next chapter holds.
Okay. Well,
I had a great time though.
It looks like you had an epic time.
Oh, the videos I have, everyone there. I literally probably cannot get famous because I'm gonna get blackmailed by everyone there because the videos of me intoxicated are crazy. But,
oh my God, you gotta send those to me off air.
I gotta show them to you because I ain't sending them to nobody.
So the cloud.
Embarrassing.
Oh man.
Wow. Okay. Well, a lot has happened. I mean, I don't even know.
We gotta go back. Yes.
Oh God.
We have to go back. We don't have to stay in the back, but we gotta go back. We gotta go back. We gotta cover some of the stuff that we've been missing. I don't even know if you want to talk about it, but I do know Jussie Smollet.
Oh gosh.
I don't think we talked about him at all.
No,
actually.
That happened after our last episode. That was in January. So.
Let me ask you this, because everybody knows about the Jussie Smollet case. Let me ask you this though: were you one of the ones that, when you first heard the news, once you figured out what was happening, were you one of the ones that was like, this don't sound right? Or were you like, oh wow, this is horrible, this is like, oh my God, we gotta find these people? Or were you like, something don't sound right?
Girl, you know me and my conspiracy theory at like immediately, like before anyone even said anything about him possibly lying about anything, I immediately was not fucking with the story. I was immediately like, this is weird. And I even got into it with one of my coworkers who is gay. And I wasn't trying to be insensitive or whatever, but I was like, this don't add up. You know, immediately I was just like, why did they keep that? Because the first headline I saw back to back on Instagram and everywhere was Jussie Smollett, Empire actor, and homophobic attack, anti-gay attack. So I was like, let me read this story. So I read the story and I was like, wow, that's crazy. So as I get into the story, the thing that struck me was there was a noose involved, a fucking noose around your neck. And the headlines, for some weird reason, were saying homophobic attack because they said faggot. How does that trump a noose over your neck? I'm just so confused. So I didn't even understand. To me, off break, the story wasn't adding up. I was like, somebody's pushing this gay narrative when I don't even, that fag part was so minimal that I wouldn't even have called that a homophobic attack. I would call it a racist fucking lynching. You know, a noose is around your neck. So why is the headline homophobic attack? Like, it seemed like a forced headline to me immediately.
Okay. Just too much.
Yeah, so I mentioned that to my friend like day one. We were eating lunch in the cafeteria and she's gay. So she was just like, no, well, that is homophobic for him to say faggot. I was like, yeah, but a bunch of people say fag and not in a way where it's homophobic, like I want to kill you. I was like, if it was a homophobic attack, they would have like led with that. Like that wasn't the main point of the story.
It didn't stop there.
Exactly. It was more racial.
Yeah.
It was more with the bleach and everything. That's racist as fuck. So it's just like, it was interesting to me how the headlines all over were homophobic attack.
Right.
Yet, to me, the whole story was like racial. So it seemed like a fake headline. Like, oh, they're trying to get some type of like gay rights or something. I don't know. It just didn't add up to me immediately. Right. So me and my homegirl, we kind of got into it a little bit because she thought I was being like insensitive to gay people. I'm like, I'm not. I love everybody. It's not like that. I know there are homophobic attacks, but this story to me don't add up. And I don't get that part. So everything didn't add up. Like what person, especially a Black person, do you know is walking to Subway in negative 20 degrees at 2 a.m.? It's not going to be for a fucking Subway. Subway's not that fucking good. Like, it's not. It's going to be for dick. It's going to be for pussy. It's going to be for drugs. That's it. And that's all. You're not going to be walking out. You know what I'm saying? That's it. It's for money. It's not going to be for Subway. So when they told me that, I'm like, he's rich. He has Uber Eats. He could deliver. It's so many options. You can get somebody to run to the store for you. That didn't add up.
Yeah.
The rumor mill day one was that it was like a grinder hookup gone wrong. So that's where my mind went, because somebody from Chicago was like, that area where he was in, where the attack apparently happened. Mm-hmm. It's like, I guess there's a gay club around there. There's hookups. Like, people hook up, and I figured it was like a hookup gone wrong. Yeah. I never thought it was a staged situation ever. Like, that was a shocker. Okay. But I just knew immediately the story wasn't
down right. Mm-hmm.
No.
And I also remember you were like, this is before you read any details, but you were like, girl, I thought he died. The amount of people that reposting and posting him, like, is he okay? Like, did he die? Like, I thought that, you know, it was like,
that was my first response.
This is before you even, I was like, girl, dog.
Did he die? Like, that's what it looked like. Until I read.
So many people in support of, like, let's go find these mega people, like MAGA people. Like, let's get these fools. Like, he's the gay Tupac, like, you know. So
it was like Chicago, really? Like, as hood as Chicago. I mean, come on, dog. MAGA hats. This is MAGA country, nigger, with bleach in Chicago, and it's negative 20 degrees. Like, it was a cold front. Like, it was one of the coldest fucking days in years.
Yeah.
So
you outside getting a sandwich.
It was a setup from jump.
So my perspective is quite quick. I just felt like, oh God, hope he's okay. Oh God, I read an interview. He said he's the Black Tupac, and he did fight back.
Girl, when I saw that, I was done. I thought
it was so awkward.
The gay Tupac? You don't disrespect Tupac like that. That was out of line.
And I'm like, anything with Tupac, I would not put you in it. Like, not because you're gay. Not because you're gay. I don't think of Tupac when I think of you in any way, ever.
Never.
I just don't think that. But whatever. Okay, that's how you felt. So
crazy.
So then I started to, like, there was a shift from me being like, oh my God, this is really fucked up. This is really sad. To everyone was like, he's this nigga lying. And I'm thinking, like, why would they be saying that he's lying? Because I was like, you know, I was talking to my husband. I was like, babe, these people, right? My husband. So,
had to switch the vocabulary.
But no, I was like, babe, you see this? That people think think he lying. People think he lying. He was like, he is lying. I was like,
I knew he was lying from jump. Did you see the interview?
Yeah. And I was like, why do you think he lying? He was like, it don't make sense. Like, it does not make sense. There's just too many loopholes, you know. So then I shifted as I started to really dig into the details. And I'm like, oh, this is very awkward. And then I started to feel bad I felt really uncomfortable because I'm like, so many people came out in support of him. This shit is embarrassing if he is lying because for all kinds of reasons. And my thing is with Lee Daniels, all you gotta do, if you wanted a bigger salary, all you had to do was suck his dick. You know, like that's all you had to do.
Girl, on top of that, who is checking for Empire anymore? Like, it's time to get your next role, boo. Like, why are you so pressed?
Girl, I ain't watched Empire since like the first season.
Second, I checked out.
Maybe second season.
It was real hype that first season. That first season was on fire.
It was. It's like, oh, okay.
But
then
no.
I hated the musical parts, but anyway,
it was too much.
It was just too much. But yeah,
my thing is, did you see the interview though?
I didn't. I caught glimpses of the interview. At which point I also felt I felt very uncomfortable watching the interview because I was like, this is weird. It's just all so weird. Like,
girl, that interview, he was blatantly lying. Like, clearly lying.
And if you watch it, if people watch it now after everything's kind of blown over and you really start to like look at it and like analyze it, he is lying. Like, you can clearly tell.
I could tell then.
And apparently, obvious. Like, well, how could he lie? And everybody's like, well, he's an actor. And I'm like, oh yeah.
He wasn't even a good liar though. Like, his responses were weird. He had like very odd facial expressions, laughter at inappropriate times. Like, you let some white motherfuckers put a noose around my neck, and you think I'm gonna be up there laughing and chuckling? Mm-hmm. At any point in time of the fucking story? No.
So what you think to laugh about? So when you saw that it was these Nigerians, what did you? Were you completely just done? Like,
girl, it was so funny. I like fell out laughing. It was just so funny because you could tell they was clearly just trying to get a check. Like, it was just like, dog, we got this gig, you know.
We got this
it was just, and then they had the video surveillance of them getting the supplies, and then they had the fact that they were both extras on Empire, so you have a clear connection. Like, couldn't you have just hired someone off Craigslist or something? I'm so confused. I don't know. It was really dumb. It was very dumb, but I don't think it deserves.
Sorry, I had to say something. I didn't want to.
Are we talking to me?
No, I didn't want to scream on air.
Oh, who are you talking to?
Carter.
Oh, okay. I get it. I was like, are you trying to motion something?
Didn't want to be ignorant.
Sorry, y'all. Technical difficulties. But yeah, I don't believe that his all this legal action that's happening with him possibly facing like 20 years, and that's ridiculous. I think he should just pay a fine and move on about his life. I don't see this being any type of harmful act. Sure. It was fucked up and it was wrong, of course, but you know, it's people out here killing people who get less time than that. So the fact he's getting a felony for that and could possibly face all this time in prison, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree. And yeah, I mean, I couldn't have said it better. I agree. It's just really ridiculous, and it's really comical at this point. It's just everything. But God bless him. I really just want to be a fly in the room for the court trial. I want to hear it. I want to see it.
I just love that this happened because, like, I'm always the one who's skeptical of every freaking news story or everything that's pushed out there to us, and people just accept it. Like, well, why would they lie? Well, why would? It's so many freaking reasons for people to lie that y'all know nothing about. It's just use your own intuition. The news is not everything. A headline is not everything. An Instagram post is not everything. Like, anyone can portray anything to you, and have you buy into it. It's up to you to use like your discretion. And I just hope this opens people's eyes. Like, stop believing every fucking sob story. Stop believing. Use your own judgment. Use your own judgment in every situation. And don't just believe what the media tells you.
Right.
That's all I gotta say.
I agree.
So it was a win for conspiracy theorists like myself.
Yes. This gave y'all everything y'all needed. It is what it is. People lie every day, B. People lie for far less. So, I mean, okay, whatever.
I mean, that was just a dumb ass plan.
You lied yourself out of the job. You want to get a higher salary and you now have no salary. So that's just really stupid. You didn't.
And poor Journey. Like, how dare you smear your damn sister's good name? She been out here acting for 30 years with no damn hiccups. And you're starstruck, want to be relevant ass with a few years of minor fame, want to come out here and show your ass and ruin her good name? And she put you on.
Hey.
So, Journey is the real victim in this.
I agree. The Smollet. Yes.
I love Journey. Okay.
I loved her in Eve's Bite.
Amazing actor.
She's great. She's got depth. I would say she has depth. I would like to see her resurrect, but
her brother can't act a tad compared to her. He's really not a good actor. Like, even on Empire, he wasn't a good actor.
He can be replaced, and I'm not God of anybody's career. I love to see everyone flourish, but he just isn't someone who's memorable for me. Like, but yeah. So the R. Kelly on, just since we've talked about it.
Just disclaimer, since you bring this up.
Yes.
For anyone who follows us on Instagram, Mia posted the R. Kelly video of him singing to his daughter, not Whitney. Whitney does not post random ass R. Kelly videos any longer. I don't care what he sings about. Just let that be clear. Okay.
So I did that for a purpose. I posted him because he's a hot topic and I knew we would get engagement. And yeah, I mean, it's harmless. He's getting his due justice. He's about to be brought down to his knees. And I will be honest, when we first talked.
Do you think he's going to be brought down to his knees?
Well, that's what I was going to say. When we first covered this story in our a couple podcasts prior to this, we were. I remember me saying something like, I hope he gets justice, or I hope the justice system, brings this out and he gets whatever he deserves. But realistically, I was like, I don't know if he is, right? I just don't know. I don't see it happening.
Yeah, I still don't know.
So for me to see kind of like how everything's kind of playing out in these new videos and new evidence of stuff coming out, it's kind of like, oh, wow, like this actually may be what takes him out.
It may be. I don't know. I'm still.
Why are you still on the fence?
Because I don't know if they really have these tapes they are talking about. I don't know.
Okay.
We gotta wait for more stuff to come out.
Yeah, we gotta wait for more stuff to come out. It's interesting. Did you watch the Gayle piece?
Oh yeah, that man is R. Kelly.
The one thing I will say, and I don't know if this is in defense of him or whatever the case is, but I didn't understand why people thought he was like attacking Gayle. What I saw was him attacking the camera like she was right there, but he was like, being dramatic towards the camera. I never thought, because everyone was like, oh, she was so composed. Like, how did she not go off on him? How did she? And I'm thinking like, he didn't attack. And that's what she's even come out and said. She said, I didn't feel threatened. I knew he wasn't going to hurt me. She was like, I mean, I did not feel that.
Yeah.
She was like, now.
I think people were just saying she was so non-reactive. I think that's what people. I don't think people saying he
well, no, Lonnie came out. Lonnie Love came out on the reel and was like, "How dare you do that to a black woman? How dare you? That's a black woman. I can't. You gonna show out? You gonna act out on a black woman? And I'm thinking like, he didn't do it to her. Like he was like literally talking to the camera. And again, I'm not taking up for him. I'm just trying to figure out like how people took it. Like he's coming at her like when he was like. That's the only thing I was saying. I was like, God, how did they get that? But
yeah, I don't know.
It was a lot. It was a lot. He knows he's guilty.
watch the real. I didn't hear Lonnie, but I saw the memes and stuff. I didn't see anyone saying that he was attacking Gail.
The View said that too. Just FYI, I'm pointing out because I watched The View and I watched the real. But yeah, a lot of people had been saying that they felt like
he was attacked. He was in his own mental entrapment. It seemed like
I felt like he just was guilty. That's a guilty cry out. That's it. That's all I felt.
Guilty. He was trying to plead for some type of compassion or empathy, whatever.
Scared. I felt like I saw a scared person that was like, oh shit. He's like, oh shit, this is real. Quit fucking with me. Like, leave me alone. This shit only resurrected because of this fucking documentary. Like,
Gail just seems. Gail's response, I did like it though. I just love how non-reactive she's just like, oh
yeah.
This is gonna give ratings, you know. And then the picture she posted was him like all riled up.
I know.
Just sitting there.
I know.
Oh,
are you done? Are you done?
I actually didn't watch the full thing. I just saw all these clips and stuff like on YouTube.
There was no real full thing. It was only about 8 minutes, and they were diced up. Those 8 minutes were even diced up. It wasn't like a full. Apparently, it was a full 80-minute interview, but what was released to the public was like 8-minute bites. So like 3 minutes here, 2 minutes here. You know,
they just be trying to break the internet,
and they did that. So. With that being said, I guess to be continued on R. Kelly, but I just had to throw that out there because he is a hot topic, and we'll see. We'll see how it all unfolds. I definitely think the end of his career for sure, but who's to say?
I mean, it's already happened. He got dropped from his label. He can't tour anymore because they freaking protest every fucking venue he goes to. And he knows it. That's why he had that reaction. So it's sad. It's sad. But hey, if you innocent Robert Kelly, then you buy the best lawyer you can buy with your coin and
now on the
bring on the trial.
On the flip side of that though, really quick, and again, we don't have to stay on it, but Michael Jackson, like, do you have any thoughts on that?
I have not watched it. I'm really, oh God. I feel a ways about Michael Jackson because
your voice just totally dropped. Like,
I've always Michael Jackson has always kind of creeped me out a little bit.
Me too.
Like just looking at him, just the face thing, you know.
Him and Prince have always creeped me out.
No, Prince never freaked me out. I fuck with Prince.
Prince has freaked me out, but not as weird. Not in a weird way. It's two different ways though. It's
Michael Jackson's face and voice has always freaked me out. Where I really don't want to watch anything of his alone or. So I really ain't watched this documentary because I don't know if I'm ready to do it. I have to do it on a bright and sunny Saturday afternoon with all the blinds open because I don't know. I don't want to be freaked out. And
So do you?
I don't know.
One way or the other. Outside of the creepiness, do you feel one way or the other? Do you feel
I don't because I feel like I don't have all the information. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the information. I didn't really follow it like I followed R. Kelly. And I remember back in the day when everyone tried to like say he was abusing kids or molesting kids. He went to trial multiple times, I remember. I feel like he went to trial a few times. Mm-hmm. And he always got let off. Like even the parents would come and the kids would be there in court with him and shit, which is weird as well. But to me, it's hard for me to believe, as weird and freaked out as I am about Michael Jackson, just personal opinion, I don't know if it's right or not, it's hard for me to believe that he sexually molested kids or anyone for that matter, because he just seems so non-sexual. Like he seems like a child himself, like mentally not all there. But I don't know. I feel like he didn't even have a penis. Like I feel like he wasn't sexually aroused ever. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I could definitely be wrong, but that's just the vibe I get from Michael Jackson, was that he was very young-minded, where it's like, oh, sex, it grosses me out. I don't want to have sex. Like, that's the vibe I get from Michael. I don't know if that's accurate.
Yeah.
That's just what I get.
Yeah.
I feel like even his children were test tube babies. I don't think he had intercourse to have those kids. I think he used
those aren't his kids, though, are they? I don't think they have any blood relation.
2 of them are.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, he adopted, I think he has 3 kids, all right? He adopted one or whatever, Blanket or one of them. But 2 of them, he apparently used his sperm and that white lady's sperm and had a test tube baby.
Oh.
I mean, that's what he said or told everybody back in the day. And everyone's like, those not your kids, Michael, and you know.
Oh.
But yeah.
I don't know. I
don't know. I gotta watch the movie.
I like a few Michael Jackson songs. I've never been like a huge spaz out fan like my sister, and everybody else in the nation. But as it relates to the kids, I do feel like he has made some very poor decisions. Very, very bad decisions when it comes to kids. But I also put that on the parents as well, because there's no way I'm going to allow my 5-year-old to sleep overnight with a 35-year-old man. I don't care how famous you are.
That's what I'm saying. If you're going to charge Michael Jackson, charge those parents because they're probably still alive. Like, I just feel like that's where the ultimate problem was.
Yeah.
You were clearly paid off to have your kids be Michael's bestie. And who knows?
But I think that a lot, I think that is unfortunately how a lot of people, I don't want to say a lot, but I do feel like there are a ton of people in this world that are very impressionable when it comes to fame, famous people and power. And if they, attached to that is money. And so it's kind of like, who wouldn't want their kid? Well, again, I'm my own person. Again, my child would not be sleeping in the same bedroom or sleeping over without mommy. So I'm one of probably a dozen or a few, whatever the case is. But I guess what I'm saying, there's still a ton of people that do things because of fame or leadership or power or money, where they put people who they love in jeopardizing situations, and then when it come out later on, if the situation doesn't pan out the way they probably felt, or if they see an opportunity, they're like, oh, well, this happened. And it's like, okay, where's your ownership in this? Like, and I just tie it back is like
that's what I'm saying. But it's definitely
I feel like he did make some poor decisions. Like, hey, Michael, you
probably did.
Same bed with kids. I know you ain't fucking them.
But my thing is, this man has been dead for a decade. Like,
that's the other part of it. It's
why are y'all just doing this now? And there's so many people out here, white people in the industry have done, and I'm not excusing the behavior of any black people who've done it, but Woody Allen married his own fucking stepdaughter or some shit, some nasty shit. Woody Allen,
his 14-year-old. Elvis married a 14-year-old
girl. Elvis, Woody Allen, all types of fucking celebrities. What's the new one? What's the new Weinstein? Harry Weinstein. Where are their fucking documentaries? Where are their fucking 6-part docuseries? Where are they?
We've been going hard for the Cosbys. We've been going hard for the R. Kellys. We've been going hard for the Michael Jacksons.
I better not see one more black negative documentary.
No, they should.
I see these other documentaries with these white people.
Sure, but
I'm over it.
Sure, but it's not. For me, I personally feel like it's not going to happen. I feel like...
Yeah, you know why it's not going to happen? Because there's no fucking black media companies that have the ultimate control to put out what they portray these images to be. All of these fucking companies are owned by white people. They're pushing their narrative, and they can't wait to fucking have a documentary about the downfall of a black person, period.
And these are people that are very historic. And again, I'm not taking up for anybody in behavior. Bad behavior is bad behavior. But we're not talking about, who can I, B2K? Like, we're talking about people who have actually made some sort of imprint into our history.
About our legends.
Our legacies. Our yeah, I mean, and again, what they've done, convicted, non-convicted, about to be convicted is wrong. It is wrong. It is wrong. It is wrong. But it's just kind of like, goddamn, like, these are our heavy hitters. Like, where's that, where is, it's just a disparity. And I just feel like, I don't feel like I'm going to see, everybody's like, well, Harvey Weinstein, it's coming. He's in trial right now. But he's not getting the attention like R. Kelly is.
No, because
And his are way more recent. His is way more recent. He's had way more sexual, like it's just like really weird. Like how I haven't heard crickets. Like it's been bupkis when it comes to Harvey Weinstein.
Girl, because they're not pushing that narrative. They want their crimes to be done in the dark, pay their little fine, do their little 2 months at Camp Cupcake, and take their ass back to their mansion. That's what they want to do. But they want to fucking drag every Black person that did anything wrong in the fucking mud. All right?
Legacy,
it's the same shit when it comes to Black on Black crime. Black on Black crime, that's the problem. Okay, when people out here shooting up terrorists, you don't say white on white crime. You never say it. You say Black on Black crime because that's the narrative you're trying to fucking push. Okay? So the media is being controlled and spun. And this is just going to get worse. And it definitely has to do with who's in office and the bigotry that comes out of that shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just going to get worse, in my opinion. It's like you said, until people step up and we own, like these, Oprah, where the fuck is your documentary? Tyler Perry, where the fuck? We don't want to see Medea Boo no more. Yes, where the fuck is your fucking documentary? I'm tired of all these Black people who are here, but they're not doing anything to push the culture or push the narrative of how we want it to go. Okay, I'm done.
It's okay. That's what's happening right now. That's what's happening real time right now. And all I can say is everybody better be careful because you're just one button from being, or one headline from being canceled away. And it is what it is. But this is also a good thing to where I feel like people should make smarter decisions. A mistake is a mistake. People have done dirt in the past. You know, I like to say, what did my pastor say? Judgment is kind of like messed up because, it is messed up because we've all done some things that we haven't been proud of and we just didn't get caught. You see what I'm saying? Like, some people have done super fucked up things and they just didn't get caught. So hopefully by you not getting caught, you now knowing that social media is so rampant and how it is destroying, and the people that are in positions of power can take a spin or whatever the case is, hopefully you'll make a smarter decision when you think about taking an underage girl home, or if you have some sort of other sick fetish, or you like killing people just because, like, hopefully you just make smarter decisions, you know?
It isn't about that. I mean, yeah, sure, people make smart decisions, whatever. It's not about that. Some of this shit, people literally they are sick. They're fucking ill to the point where they will risk their life and their freedom to do some fucked up, nasty shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, people have mental fucking issues, period. And people are trash. And smart decisions. I'm sorry.
Well, let me ask you this. So, yes, I do agree with that, too. Mental illness is
real. There are just some evil motherfuckers in this world, period. And it's not about making a smart decision. It's who they are. It's their spirit. It's in their fucking spirit. And until they learn the life lessons of this fucking lifetime, they're going to keep doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just,
Well, I don't think that, though. I think, though, that sometimes, but here's where I'm going to pose a question. So
like, I don't think there was like, R. Kelly was like, let me make a smart decision. This nigga's mentally not all there, clearly. Right.
But I think,
you know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson was climbing trees at 40 years old with roller coasters with 7-year-olds in it. He wasn't there mentally. Like, I'm just saying.
Well, and I think that those are like more of the extremes, but I also feel like I look at, okay, so if you're a 30-year-old, right, and you slept with a 15-year-old, you slept with 2 or 3. Let's just say you slept with 2 or 3 in your past. You're like, you know what? Okay, now I'm married. That was my past life.
You're disgusting. You have a fucking problem.
Right. I'm not negating that. But what I'm saying is that just because, in my opinion, just because someone maybe didn't do it like their whole timeline and they're still doing it for 30 years and they've knocked 115, if you knocked 1 down or if you knocked 100 down, you have an issue. But at some point in your life, you probably, at some point, I would hope, for the ones that I'm talking about right now that have been like, you know what, I'm not into that no more. Like, that was my past life. Ugh, like, whatever. Like, I wouldn't consider them still having like a mental issue. I would consider them maybe turning on a switch and being like, oh, you know what? I had to grow up. I had to grow out of that, like, whatever the case is.
I don't know. I don't know people like that. I mean, I could know people like that. They don't disclose that type of shit.
I know people that have made fucked up decisions. I know people that have made poor decisions, whatever degree that they are. They may not have.
I don't know if an attraction to an underage girl is something you grow out of. I don't know. I mean, it could be, but I don't know.
I don't know either. I mean, just like I know people who've shot people, but I don't think that they do it anymore.
I mean, when you were younger, you liked older men. You're older, you still like older men.
Yes.
It is what it is. Like it's who you are. You know what I'm saying? It's your preference.
But just because you're presented, so I totally get what you're saying. But I also feel like just because you have a temptation doesn't necessarily mean you have to act on it either. Like, just because you're married and you like, damn, that bitch is fine, doesn't mean you have to actually go fuck her. You could literally just stop it at, damn, that bitch is fine, I'd bang shit at her and keep it moving. Like, I feel like just because you have that, like, that temptation, like that urge, doesn't always mean you have to act on it. Now, in your example, sure, if you like what you like, you typically like what you like. But you know, some people grow out of stuff, and even if they don't grow out of it to the standpoint of
and it's such a strong line. Like, is that any better? So it's like, if you have this urge and you have this urge to be with underage children, but you're not because you're married, you're 45, you're married, you got kids. I can't be with no underage kid. I don't want to get locked up. So you go online, you get fucking pornography, underage fucking. Is that any better? You know what I'm saying? Are you?
Yeah. I mean, you have to deal with it. You know, I agree. I think what you're saying is you have to, it becomes more than just, I'm not doing it anymore. If you still have these lingering feelings, at some point you have to deal with it. And if
if the person, I do think there are exceptions to the rule, okay? If a person met a girl at a club, you thought she was 21, you found out she was fucking 17 or some shit. I see,
which is really the way these girls are looking.
That should be real. Because some of these girls, I'm thinking they're 20. They're fucking 15. Like, these girls today look old as fuck. Like, they don't look how we looked when we were kids.
Women are homegrown.
I do have sympathy for men in that regard. You know, it's hard to tell these days. But once you know, at that point, I can understand something like that. But if you out there seeking that,
sure,
it's a problem. You know,
for sure.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It seems to be running rapid, or just it's coming out of the closet now, you know.
I also do wonder, though, that me and my friend Ashley, we were talking about this and how, you know, the only reason why we're really even having this conversation, though, is about underage is because the government set forth the age limit. So you have in some states where 17 is legal. You have some states where 18 is, you know, whatever the case may be.
It's been like that for a while now.
Kind of like back in the day, you know, it was nothing for your grandparents to be married at 14 and dad is like 20. You know, it's like become this society way of saying this at this particular age, this is the age that we say da 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 da. But that doesn't even, at that age, it doesn't mean, like, it's kind of like the law says this and you should abide by it.
Back then, though, you know, it was like,
but it's like, it's just interesting to see the gradual progression of everything and how in some states this is okay, some states this is okay. Like, why, you know, to me, I feel like drinking, what is my point? Because I was just trying to make a point and I just got brain fart. Trying to get brain farted. But regardless, I just feel like some of these ages on whatever the case is, I feel like can either be increased or, you know, whatever the other case is. I don't know. Age is the government, whatever. I don't think that 14-year-olds should be fucking older men. That's disgusting. It's just interesting how, like, all these conversations are coming out and it's getting everyone to think and everyone to talk, but it's just going to be interesting to see how we develop into a society. I mean, the progression of just everything. Just conversations.
Wow. Yep.
The scandals.
Did you see Jess Hilarious? Her little scandal that just happened.
I felt so bad for her.
I had to read. I didn't. I had to research it once I saw her video.
I did. I felt bad.
I didn't.
I see.
Because once I saw that video of her, she was like, because that first video, so what had happened was her fans or whoever, people on Twitter, started to comment about her Muslim comments that she made about some people getting off a plane. And this is exactly why I don't feel bad. So for people who don't know, Jess Hilarious was on a plane, a domestic flight somewhere. The plane didn't board. She decided to, the plane had boarded, but it was sitting on the runway for a long time. And so she assumed, because she saw these Muslim looking people with turbans on, that the reason the plane didn't take off was because of them, there was an issue, whatever. So she videotaped them and made like some funny, I guess, apparent funny comments about them having something to do with the plane not taking off, whatever. And so people comment back like, damn, you're racist. That's fucked up. You're racist, whatever. Now this is how it blew up, because it was only a few people that commented back. But when she landed and she got on her live and she started reading the comments, she was like, I don't give a fuck. That's how I fucking feel. That's what they look like. Then that's what I thought it was. And if we left and if we didn't leave and then they didn't get back on the plane, then I'm going to say what I feel, because that's how I feel and that's how they made me feel. So she didn't give a fuck. She did not care, period. Yeah. Didn't care at all. Because of that, it blew up. It started trending. People started sharing the videos. And that's how it got bigger than what it was. Had she just nipped it in the bud there and been like, oh, damn, that was kind of fucked up, y'all, my bad, it wouldn't have gotten that it wouldn't have blown up like that.
Sure.
But because she came on like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care about no Muslim people. Like, the fuck they have to do with me? I don't care. They look terrorists. I'm gonna call them a terrorist. And then less than 24 hours, she's forcing tears, talking about, I know you guys saw. And it's never my intention. No tears. Not one. I ain't seen not damn one tear. There was a forced sniffle. Okay? Because it wasn't genuine. She didn't care. She never cared. And that's why I don't feel bad. Because it's like, had you had just been like, damn, that was kind of racist, it would have never blown up to what it was. But because you came back with this, I'm bigger than thou, I don't give a fuck attitude, which she's been having lately because she's had some success. And I followed her since when she wasn't that big and how she is now. Yeah. Her head is super big now. Yeah. So she put that on herself.
She did. I agree. And I don't disagree with her getting the backlash that she definitely deserved. But I also feel like people are allowed to make a mistake and not feel as though the world is like, you're canceled, you're not funny, you're horrible, you're this. Like, yeah, you were a shitty ass person in the moment for saying that.
But stop doing that. Stop publicizing your fucking mistakes. Like, why are you trying to embarrass these fucking Muslim American people? You don't even know what they are, because they weren't even Muslim. They were Shaiki or some other race. I don't know. I'm ignorant about that. But my thing is, why are you trying to publicly broadcast that anyway?
Well,
like, if people want to share every fucking thing and then be mad when you let the wrong thing slip through. Well, stop fucking sharing every fucking aspect. You trying to shame this person, trying to be funny, and you don't even know what the fuck they had going on. Maybe it was a family emergency and they had to be taken off the plane. Like, you don't know. Yeah. So I don't have no sympathy for her.
Yeah. I feel like I do. Because again, I've made mistakes. And if I was put in her shoes, if she planning it out the same way that she did it, she's a public social media person. Social media is her life. That is how she gets her bread and butter. So it's not uncommon for her to, again, the lesson in all of this is hopefully she learned something, right? Yeah,
but it was just ignorant. Like, it's ignorant in the fact of if somebody had did that to a black person and did something like that, we'd be dragging their asses.
Yeah, we would.
And it's cute to do it with Muslim Americans, whatever. If you're not white, there's some type of stereotype placed on your ass. And it's just sad.
It was whack.
As another person of color, you perpetuating that shit.
Yeah, it was whack. It was in poor taste.
And then you really don't give a fuck. So it's like, don't come up here with no fake ass apology because your publicist told you to apologize when literally 12 hours ago, you was like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I don't care.
oh,
but
y'all
you think that she should have just not said anything? You think she should have just not said anything?
Absolutely. I don't know. I don't want no fake apology from no one. I can sense sincerity and I can sense fakeness. And I'm a person who I don't really care for fake shit. I'd rather the real. And the real was you don't give a fuck. You don't care about Muslims or if they're offended. Yeah. And that's your right to do so. Right. But this fake ass sniffle, I'm forcing out tears. I don't respect that.
Yeah.
My opinion. Especially when she's trying to be so real and no. Mm-mm.
Yeah. I still really, I mean, it's hard for me because like, it was not really hard, but you know, it's just apologize. It's not really hard.
I follow her. I canceled everybody in 2019. Like about see one little thing your character I don't fuck with. I don't need your energy on my shit.
Yeah.
Bye.
Got you. I don't follow her. But every now and again I'll go to her page and try to watch because her Jess with the mess stuff is kind of funny to me. Okay.
Sorry. Okay.
No, you're good. But yeah, so it is what it is. Yeah. It is what it is. But Wendy Williams, did you catch the 1 minute little snippet of her coming out saying she's in a sober house? She's been living in a sober house.
Yeah. They were about to expose her on that, so she had
That's what I thought. I told Marlon that too. I was like, I feel like probably somebody got some information that was leaked and that's what propelled her to come out.
Well, the industry has known for a while now because when they were talking about her on the Breakfast Club a few weeks ago, like when around the time Nick Cannon had came in and substituted for her, and DJ Envy actually slipped up and mentioned rehab and then was like, oh, never mind. Oops, never mind. And that was weeks ago. That was like at least almost like a month ago now. So
people have been knowing.
The industry has known. I think that somebody was going to leak it. So
I got you.
Her life is just a mess right now. So I just honestly feel like she should just give up the show at this time. Like, it's not the same.
It's not.
She's not herself.
No.
If you are dealing with the sober house and all this, and your husband's publicly cheating, and you don't really address it,
that was scary. And it was like the headline, his alleged mistress. Everybody was like, alleged? Like that's his. That's him with his girlfriend and cheating on his alleged wife. Like there's no alleged to this mistress. Like she is the mistress.
God bless Wendy. She got to bow out of this. Like she's got to let it go. At this point, it doesn't mean it's forever, but right now she can't even be her authentic self. It's like she's forcefully doing this show. So,
and I also feel like too, again, with the type of job that she has, where she, it is her job to present the hot topics, but we also know Wendy to be very brash and a bitch and judgmental. And as much as we love her for that, we also hate her for that in the sense of, you live in a glass house. So be very careful because now it's your turn for everybody to start throwing rocks.
And I don't respect it. I just don't. Like I lost a lot of respect for her. I mean, God bless her with her drug addiction or whatever, but if you can't be a woman enough to be real about your shit, like how you're real about everyone else's, then you're not a real bitch to me. Like I'm tired of everyone wanting to just show their best sides and this, that, and the third. If you can fucking dish it, you need to be able to take it.
You do. No, I agree.
I don't know. That's how I feel about it. And the easiest way to dodge stuff is to just lay it out on the table. Mm-hmm. If you talking about how your man's cheating on you, everybody else don't have a headline because you already know. You done said it. You know what I'm saying?
Look, like me and Kenny, whatever his name is, Kevin, have worked it out. It's our business. We got this. We minding it. Next. And be gone. Just own it. And, but people don't want to do that. People don't want to do that.
2019, a lot of stuff is being uncovered. A lot of people's true.
I'm so over it though. It's
mentality, true essence, everything's coming out of the dark.
Much, and it's putting.
I'm loving it actually.
It's too much because
it's a lot of stuff happening.
It's hard to be perfect.
I'm glad this fake facade of people and society and all that shit is falling to the wayside because I'm tired of people looking at someone like they're perfect, or looking at this situation like they have it all together. They don't have it all together. This isn't the person you thought they were. Stop following people who you don't even know their real life or what they got going on. Follow yourself, worry about yourself.
Yeah.
It's just, a lot of this shit needs to come out, because people have been, for the past few years, just, especially with the takeoff with social media, it's like, oh, you only see what's good. You see the lifestyle I want you to see. And people out here trying to compete with that. And it's just like, everyone has good and bad. Okay, no one's fucking shit is perfect. And everyone you think has together, 9 times out of 10, they don't.
But I feel like we know people don't have it together. Just like on Marriage Boot Camp. Like, we know Soulja Boy and Naya is fucked up. Like, but we still are somehow infatuated with, like, I don't know. I just feel like Tammy and Waka Flocka, like, we know that their shit has been fucked up, and it's like, oh yes, go bitch, y'all are so da 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 da. It's like, and then
I don't watch none of that.
And you have people that have said, you know, a lot of people like, oh well, he's cheating on you, and Tammy claps back on those people that state the obvious, because again, you've put it out there. You've put it out there, Tammy. You've put it out there, huh?
I said, Tammy, just please stop responding to these people, because you look ridiculous.
You look ridiculous. Thank you. You look ridiculous. And that's my only point, is it's like, if you gonna put out the bad, you gotta own it, because at the end of the day, people, you are a public person.
Yeah.
You voluntarily go on these public shows to air out your dirty laundry. Therefore, that gives an open invite for people to say what they want to say. And if you do experience a happy moment, unfortunately, sweetheart, not everybody's going to be happy for you. They are going to remind you of the shitty ass person that drug you through here to get you here. So you have to take the good with the bad and the good with the other stuff. Like, it's back and forth. I feel like you can't really win. You can't really win, because if you do put out the bad stuff, people are always going to remind you of that. I feel like sometimes some people don't allow you to grow. So if you do put out the stuff and you're like, you know what, I'm speaking my truth because I could be helping somebody else. Okay, cool. But then you have a lot of people that like to remind you, oh, well, you used to da 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 da. And again, you take that with a grain of salt if you can. But some people, it gets to them. And therefore, I feel like everybody's not meant to be a public person or a public figure. Everybody's
not. But, people should really honestly take a page out of Cardi B's book. Like, it's really working. She's one of the top celebrities
good segue
of time right now. She's one of the top celebrities right now, because she's embracing this new era. So, like, this old era with Beyonce and all those stars who put on this facade and I'm perfect and I'm above you, that's fading out. Okay. Mm-hmm. And it's not really coming back. So what's happening now is realness. People want real shit. They want live streaming. They want to know what you're doing right now. They want to see you with no makeup on. They want you to talk about your relationship. That's how you're connecting. That's how people are streaming your shit, and you're getting sales and shows and everything else. It's not this facade fake shit anymore.
Yeah.
So you're right. Hop on board.
You're right. And I am glad Cardi, and so funny you mentioned that, because now that you say that, I have not heard any Cardi B bullshit since.
She's been living her best life.
We have been talking about Cardi for several podcasts about her behavior and what she's been going through, and her husband and all these different things. And I'm like, now that you brought her up, I'm like, damn, I have not heard much about her other than like great shit, like her minding her own business. Yep. And she just kind of in and out. Like,
I think she's really growing. I don't see her venting or acting crazy on like social media, like going off on everybody.
I think she had enough. I think she reached her breaking point, to the point where she had a aha moment, which some people was like, girl, you didn't have that. You should have had that a long time ago. Again, we all come into our
time, right?
Different times, period. We just do. And what might have been your breaking point may not have been hers. So I'm glad to see her, if it continues to continue, to go in this direction. Because I like Cardi B, the character. And so I do want to see her thrive, but I also want to see her in a more positive space, because the path she was going down wasn't good.
I want to see her go on tour. So Cardi, You've been out for a long time now. You have your Grammy selling artist. I think it's
I'm
about
on
time to go on
down.
tour.
Nashville, Tennessee, and California.
It's amazing. She took off so fast, and then she got pregnant. She dropped the album and got pregnant. She has not gone on a tour. Like, this is crazy. Like, most artists these days, most artists make majority of their money from touring.
Like, she made mad bread, especially because she didn't even had one. So people
She
are
has not had a tour. She has done like, because she was supposed to be on Bruno Mars, and she got pregnant, so she dropped out. And so she didn't do no tour. She just did a show here. She did go. She did.
She was supposed to be with Bruno Mars.
Mm-hmm. But she did huge shows like Coachella, and now she's about to be at Rolling Loud. Like, she's doing huge shows. So, you know, I'm happy for her. I'm happy for her. The Grammy thing, I'm happy for her. You know, I'm glad she didn't take it too offensively, people's opinions about it.
Okay.
You know, I mean, she let it go. She did like delete her Instagram after that, but you know, I'm glad she's on that.
Did you see, are you going to B2K? Pretty
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
I think the tickets are like $100. I told my friend I don't want to pay no more than $100.
Ooh, 100 for B2.
I don't even want to do. I don't even really care about B2K. I really want to see Pretty Ricky. Yes, yeah. I want to see Mario. I want to see Pretty Ricky.
I want to see Mario. I want to see Pretty Ricky. I want to see who else? It's B2K, Pretty Ricky. It's Lloyd.
It's so stupid because if they had Bow Wow on that shit, Bow Wow would shut that thing down. Like, Bow Wow got those hits. I'm sorry.
We had some hot hits in the early 2000s.
Yeah, honestly.
I mean,
I'm so glad we grew up when we did.
90s, it goes without being said, but I'm just saying, like, early 2000s, we had some bops.
And I'm so old now because, like, when I listen to certain things or if I watch, like, a certain show, it takes me right back there to that moment when I was, like, in high school or, like, I remember my first car bumping fucking Beyonce's album, thinking I was shit.
I was on my way back from Atlanta when I got my hair done, and I was listening to Mario braid my hair.
You're dramatic ass. Like, hold on, let me get the music right.
No, I was in the car. I was like, ooh. And then I was listening to Drew Hill. You know, just weird shit. Just like
Jodeci, my favorite male group of all time.
Jodeci stays in mad rotation.
Jodeci is my favorite male group of all time, and they are doing a reunion concert in Sacramento, California.
Ooh,
so I'm probably gonna have to drive out there. I've never been to Sacramento, but they're not doing an LA show, so I'm just gonna go in like May.
Oh,
so I don't know who I can convince to go with me.
Girl, trying to convince me to get a ticket. I love Jodeci. Jodeci bops.
Still to this day.
Girl.
Hey.
The kids will never know.
Girl, they'll never know. Good music, for real.
Jodeci.
Girl. This weekend, are you actually in a few hours? Are you going to see Jordan Peele's new movie, Us?
Yeah,
it's expecting a major turnout for the Black community.
I want to go if I can get a babysitter. Carter's tired of going to his grandma's house. His daddy is out of town. So if I need a babysitter for a couple of hours tomorrow, because I want to see it opening night. I do want to see it tomorrow night.
I do too, and I've never gone to like, girl, this is how dateless I've been. I've never gone to like one of those nice theaters where you can like the iPick,
with
where
the
you can get drinks and stuff.
The recliner, and they bring the food to you. So why don't you just go by yourself?
Girl, I am gonna go by myself. Thanks for that suggestion. But no, I've asked a few people, they're bullshitting. I've asked a few female friends, they're bullshitting. Thanks. Thanks for rubbing it in my face. But I am going by myself, and that's fine because I treat myself very well. That's okay.
No one's gonna treat you better than you, girl. Nobody.
I can't.
That's real. Ain't nobody gonna treat you better than you treat yourself. That is a word.
Okay, once again, y'all, just everyone bow your heads for Whitney. Thank you. prayer for love of my life. Thanks.
Wow.
So, but I've already heard some reviews, girl. So some people, I guess they've seen some early screenings of it.
Uh-oh, what they saying? What the people saying?
Oh, it wasn't good. People are saying it was not good, and that Get Out was way better.
Oh, so, God, but I heard you can't compare the two. Jordan Peele said from his own Twitter hand, said that Get Out was a documentary. Us is a horror film.
Get Out was a documentary, was it?
That's what he said. I guess that's his interpretation of how, in his image and his own art, he views Get Out as a documentary, and he wants you all to know that Us is a horror film. So these are two completely separate films, should not be compared other than maybe just great content, character development, whatever. But yeah, I don't want to compare the two. That's what I don't want, because I feel as though they are completely just by the but then again, Get Out was slick a horror film to me. I was slick scared.
Yeah, it was like a psychological thriller.
I was like,
I think this one's gonna be like that too. But I just like Jordan Peele because I
want to support him.
I saw Get Out for the first time on bootleg, and it was amazing. So I had to go to I saw it with you in the Dollar Theater. I saw it like 3 times.
You sure did.
You and Ashley.
Wait,
came to California.
Was that the first time that I saw it too? Do you remember?
I don't know if that was your first time, but I had already seen it like 3 times. And I was like, let's go to the Dollar Theater, y'all. So me, you, and Ashley went to the Dollar Theater here in California, and we saw it.
Because I think, yeah, we did see it. I want to say, I've seen that movie so many times.
I feel like it may have been your first time.
I feel like it was my first, because I can't remember my first time seeing it. But
it was you or Ashley's first time.
Yeah, it was so good. It's so good.
I loved it, and it's like I love movies where
makes you think.
You go back and watch it again.
Oh, and you
find something new like every time. So like he has all this like symbolism and the little shit in the background. So I can't wait to watch this film just to like pick out that symbolism, and his movies are deep, so I like it.
And so that's really hard for me because I would like to think of myself as a deep person, but I'm honestly really not that
You
deep.
don't pay attention, Mia. You in and out.
Yes, I do. I get a lot of shit up here that I think about. So, I'm like, what was that? What did you just say? I'm one of those that like, why did he do that? It's like, shut the fuck up. Just fuck up, watch the movie. So I'm a little scared that I'm not going to get it.
Just gotta watch it a few times. I don't think you're supposed to get it on the first time, honestly. So I'm trying not to watch it on bootleg this time. I'm gonna go to the theater first, and then I'll watch it again online later.
I do want to go tomorrow. I want to go tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna go tomorrow too. And then we can do our review next week.
That'll be cool. There was something else I was gonna say though. Why do I keep getting all these brain farts?
Girl, you tired? You old?
I really am not tired. I'm tired. I'm just like,
we old.
Girl, we young, girl. We are 32. And fine. We live in our heyday.
But that's what old people say. They be like, this is my day.
This is my heyday. Honey, back in my heyday, I was bad. I refuse to say I was a bad dog. Your mama still.
No, I'm still gonna be bad.
Look, mama still can go out here and shut shit down.
It's been getting better for me. From
life
30 on.
I know. It's been great.
It's light years away from where I was, like, just mentally, physically.
Paying it, able to X out these fuckboys more in quicker space. Because I know back in the day, shoot. My heart I used to be all fucked up.
I don't have no tolerance.
Get more insight. They say, I heard it I've heard women in their 40s be like, at 40, I just can see bullshit coming. And I just be like, oh, nope, sorry, bye, nope.
You know what's crazy though? And this is so true, but they say women hit their like sexual peak at like 35 or like 38. Like that's when they get the most sexual peak. Like,
I thought it was like 40.
It may be 40, but I know when you're 30, you are way more sexually driven than what you were like in your 20s.
And that's what they say, men, theirs slows down as they get older.
I gotta say, that is so fucking true. I think about sex all the time. Like, it's crazy.
Sex is great.
I've never been like that, though.
Imagine when you get a little bit older, girl, you're gonna be a hot tamale.
And there's some type of, like, I don't know, like, maybe it's just like my, what do they call it, biological clock? But there's some people, like, I mean, it would be like a nigga in a grocery store, and I'm just like, a nigga in a grocery store. Like, I don't know, like, I just sense it or something. Like the pheromone, I don't know. I've never been like this.
Oh my gosh, Whitney, yes.
I'm probably like super fertile.
So, hopefully we get a baby Whitney here sooner than later. Carter needs a playmate. Carter would love to watch him.
Whitney needs a fucking husband and some stable fucking income.
Oh shit, you got this. One thing I did want to talk about before we go, because I just love him.
Jamie Foxx.
Of course. But not this time. Love him. Shout out to Idris Elba, who's about to get married too. Like, shout out to you.
I thought he been got married.
He about to. Oh. We all knew we had a chance once we knew he came to Michelle. So I just feel like I'm happy he's marrying a sister.
Oh yeah,
she's super cute and he's fine as fuck. It ain't like he's some dud where we're like, man, he can have that. No,
you know why? He's not American.
He's fine as fuck. He's black and he's marrying a black woman. You know, I praise that.
Yeah. It lets you know this anti-black women shit is Americanized.
So shout out to them. But no, I wanted to talk about Andrew Chad Caldwell, who is the gay. He's not gay anymore because some people still don't know him.
Girl, he was just trying to get at Adrian Broner and he's gay.
So I love him. He makes me laugh. He's so funny. I could watch him and he literally makes my stomach hurt. And, you know, for those that don't know him, he is the guy that came out in front of the church and said he does not like men's no more. Yes, men. He is attracted to women's and he has been delivered. Okay. And so with that being said, the latest episode with him is that, Adrian Bronner is a boxer and apparently Andrew hopped in his DM and was congratulatory towards him on a win or something of that nature. And Adrian Bronner came back in retaliation and was like, get your gay ass out my DMs type of situation. Andrew Caldwell has since responded with all this tea and shade, saying he did not come at him like that. But anyway, I just had to bring that up because I want you guys to follow that story because it's quite comical. Andrew has created this restraining order against Adrian. And it's just too much. And he's just so adorable. I love Andrew Chad Caldwell. So shout out to him. And I hope that he becomes larger than life because you crack me up. And I would love to get you on our show. So I'm just throwing that out there, Whitney. I'd love to have a chance to interview him. Hell, he'd probably do it for free.
Hit him up, girl. Hit him up.
I am. I'm going to hit him up because he be loving when you gas his ass up. So I'm going to be in there like, hey.
Oh, I cannot. What I can say is Adrian Broner, for him to even post that, it makes me think he's gay.
Well,
like, why are you posting this?
Well, the fact that he kept going, like he keeps going on and on and on and on and on.
Let it go, brother.
Why are we doing this? Like, you put it to bed the first time. That should be enough. Like, why are you continuing to? So.
I just hope that Adrian is careful, and if you are coming on to these straight rappers or whatever, are perceived to be straight, be careful.
Well, Andrew says that he has receipts. Okay, he has the.
Come on the Black Coffee and Tea podcast.
Yes, Andrew, we would love to have you get the scoop. We would love to have you get on this platform, speak your piece,
and then I can hit up my girl Tasha K.
Shout out Tasha K.
Shout out Tasha K.
And she will really give you that publicity, boo.
She'll give you what you
and
want.
Pull those receipts. She wants them.
Pull the receipts. Pull
right.
the receipts. So yeah, I just had to throw that out there. Shout out to him. He's so funny. He's just so, I just love him. No. Anyway,
that's
so awesome. I'm so happy to be back. So can we commit?
It was a great episode.
To the people once a week again?
You must be talking to yourself.
That's what I'm saying. I am. Can we commit I want to commit to once a week again. Like life has been crazy though, y'all. So it you know, we all need a kind of slap in the face to get back to reality. And you know,
what was your slap in the face?
Bitch, you. Do you not want to be a part of this anymore? Do you want to quit? Quit what? BCT. No, why you say that? Well, I mean, so yeah, no, I needed that reality kicker, and like I said, I'm happy to be back. It was not intentional, and again, I encourage everybody.
A lot was happening.
Yeah, and a lot. I just want to get past this month. But one thing I do want to say, and this is a real statement. When you have friendships and relationships, I feel like everybody gets so offended these days. And there was a post that, I don't know if you or I posted it, where it was like, you know, if you have an argument with somebody nowadays, you got to go on Instagram to find out what they really wanted to say. I feel like that's how a lot of relationships, whether it be boyfriend, girlfriend, friendships, whatever the case is, marriages, you should be able to be transparent and communicate to people who you love. And it doesn't necessarily always mean you're going to agree. Sometimes you will agree. Sometimes it's, you know, someone calling you out when you know you're wrong, or if you don't know you're wrong and they're just there to kind of be like, hey, get yourself together. What's important to you? This is what I know that you like, or whatever the case. You should be able to be transparent with people that you love without taking it personal. And so for that, I did not take it personal. That's why I was like, I agree. I was like, I ain't got nothing to say. Like, you right. I was like, look, I don't know what you want me to say. I can't. So with that being said, that's how friendships should be. That's how relationships should be. And if you have that, then, you know, honor that and just do good to do good. That's all I got.
That's amazing. I'm glad you respect it and take it that way. Yeah. Because you know me and my ass, I just can't
call a spade a spade.
Hold anything to myself, and I've lost a lot of friendships and relationships and everything because of that. So, you know, it's good to have friends that appreciate that about me, and hopefully I find a man that appreciates that about me as well.
Oh my gosh, you will. Amen. That needs to be an episode. I'm gonna find you 3 good eligible.
I want to have a round table discussion. So I want to, one of these episodes, like, get another one of my single friends. You can get another friend that's like
I can be a commentator.
And I want us to go in on a variety of topics so we can get different viewpoints.
I love that. That's perfect.
Yeah. So
maybe
stay tuned, y'all.
We're gonna switch some stuff up this season. Wow, really?
Oh yeah, this is our second season. Let's just do it like that. It's our second season.
I was like, where did the season
we had our mid-season break.
Yeah, we could do this cute seasons. Okay.
Yeah. So
whatever. We have a lot of stuff in store. Again, we're still trying to get to that 5,000 subscriber mark on.
Girl, we're trying to get to anything. Just subscribe, share, like comment.
All of that.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
All right. Well, it was great. It was great. It's been real. We've missed y'all. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye. No.
If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you subscribe to the Black Coffee and Tea podcast, available now on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and YouTube.
And if you want to be a part of the BCT fam, make sure you follow us on Instagram at BCT Podcast.
Until next time.